Using SketchUp for the first time, after you have installed, there will be three icons on your desktop. Click the first one, open SketchUp, go to template, and please select something in meters for now, simple template in meters, and start. We're going to show you how to set up your SketchUp. Okay, menus that are useful. This one you can ignore for now and go to view toolbars. Okay, switch off getting started. Getting started is this top one, the simple one. Okay, switch that off. Instead, please switch on large tool set, this one. Okay, so when you click that, it comes on. And below, also switch on the views. Views will give you these like houses icons. They will tell you top view, side view, right? Plane view and ISO view and all these things. Okay. The other thing is we need to set up the extension. You go to Window, Extension Warehouse. Okay. So please install this one SketchUp STL. You will need this for 3D print. Okay. Click SketchUp STL. Okay. This one and just install it. Mine is already installed. That's why the button is like that. Okay, but please install that. You need internet connection and you may need to use your Google account to sign in. Your Gmail will do. Okay, the other extension that you need to do, okay, STL. By the way, to check that you have STL, you go to File and you should see this menu. Okay, File here, Export STL. If you never installed that, you will not see this option. Okay, STL file is a coded language where the 3D print machine can interpret the 3D coding. Okay, SketchUp file is different from 3D print, so STL is needed for exporting. Okay, the other thing we need you to install, go to Extension Warehouse, is this thing called Solid Inspector. So just do a search, Solid Inspector. Okay, you should see Solid Inspector 2 or square. Okay, that is the one we are aiming for. Okay, this one with the globe. Click on this. Okay, you will need this when you are designing your 3D print to check that all surfaces are solid. If not, the 3D printer will not be able to print whatever you are designing. So please install this one, Solid Inspector. To install that, once again, you need to be connected to your using your Gmail account. Okay, and when you have installed Solid Inspector, you should see, let me just get this out, Solid Inspector. Okay, you should see this little globe, but when it's new, it should be like that, floating around. Okay, what you do is just neatly mouse over the top, click and then move it and put it somewhere up here. Okay, so it doesn't frustrate your design view. Okay, Solid Inspector is meant to check that your object is solid. Okay, so of course now it doesn't work because this guy is standing here. So that is how you set up SketchUp. There are a few techniques you need to learn. The first one is get an external mouse with a wheel button. Okay, the mouse has left click, right click, and then the middle click, which is the wheel button. We call that the third button. So first mouse movement is called zoom in, zoom out. Okay, you place your cursor on the area you want to zoom in. Let's say this fella's head. Put the arrow there and then scroll in, well, zoom in, scroll out, or zoom out. You can also zoom in on, let's say, his watch. Scroll in, scroll out, or you want to zoom in on his left foot, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, the next tool is called the orbit tool. Okay, orbit looks like this one, orbit tool. Okay, using the wheel of the mouse, click the wheel, which is your third button, click and hold, and then you shift your mouse about. You can turn the camera in order to see different views. Okay, that is orbit rotation. Okay, and lastly, the hand grab H for short is the pan tool. Okay, you can do that using holding down the shift, then press and hold the wheel button of the mouse. Press and hold, the hand comes up. Now you move your mouse left to right, up to down, lateral movements. Okay, so we have zoom in, zoom out, orbit, and pan. Okay, so these are the basics you need for doing the rest of SketchUp. The other thing to notice is that if you place a graph paper on the floor here, okay, let me get the pencil too. Graph paper on the floor. I'm going to draw some lines on the ground in front of this guy. Okay, and as you draw, you can draw a line parallel to the green axis. So imagine if I have a graph paper, this is like I want to draw like y-axis and put this graph paper flat on the ground. Okay, x-axis will be like this. Okay, on the right. So like graph paper. Okay, just escape. So that's y-axis, x-axis. Okay, you can complete the picture if I drawing end to end. This thing will become a surface triangle on the ground. Okay, y-axis, x-axis. That is two-dimensional, like a piece of paper placed on the floor. Okay, to make 3D, you take the push-pull, this one, P for short, keyboard shortcut, push-pull, mouse over the surface, and then you pull upwards. This will create what we call the z-axis, which is coming like a stack of graph paper. So we stack it up, it gets some height there. So that's z-axis. Okay, so this is the basics of how you operate in SketchUp. The other thing are that measurements can be found on the bottom right hand side of SketchUp. You can check your dimensions using tape measure. Click on tape measure. If I want to check this side of the triangle, click, pull it there. It should show 1.83 in my case. This is the length. Okay, so you can take measurements different places. Okay, you can also draw lines or lines to measurement. Let's say if I want to draw a circle of radius 2 on the floor. Okay, you see as I open, the radius goes there. Let me draw it behind here. Okay, circle of radius 2 meters. Okay, so what I can do, I can begin drawing the circle, place it down. Radius is wrong, never mind. Just type 2, enter. That will give me radius of 2. Okay, let's say I want to solidify, put push pull and pull it up by 1 meter or 0.5 meter, let's say. Okay, so begin the action, click it down. Dimension is wrong, never mind, type 0.5. That will give you dimension. How to make dimension of rectangle? Length times breadth. You notice it is comma, separated by comma. So let's say I want a rectangle 3 by 1 0.5 comma 0.8. Okay, that will give me the 0.5 by 0.8 dimension there. So SketchUp has these accuracy tools that are essential in sketching the correct dimension. Okay, eraser tool can erase surfaces or it can erase line by line. Okay,